Okay, before we go on to this next one, and I know I'm a official Kansas City Chief hater.
Big time. Official. You are the fucking hater.
Yes, I am the president. I'm not only a client, I am the president of that hater club. Listen, that offense struggled big time last year.
Oh, Ed.
They
Oh,
did.
Ed.
Eddie.
Oh,
Won
Ed.
the fucking Super Bowl.
They were bored, Ed.
That defense was top 2.
Ed.
They still won the
They
Super
still
Bowl.
won the Super Bowl.
Okay, let me say this. Kelsey, did he not decline last year?
He did, but he showed up in the playoffs
He showed up
every single game.
He showed up in the second half of the Super Bowl.
Whoa.
He had
What about the game
What about
against Mike?
Buffalo? What about the Dolphins? He was there the whole
Oh,
He had
playoffs.
a good Dolphins.
He was there the whole
Ravens game.
playoffs.
He had 3 phenomenal games leading up to the
Exactly.
Super Bowl.
Okay, so you had a good playoff.
Travis Kelsey doesn't sit out
So
that
he had
last
the
game. He
best
has over
end.
100 receptions and over 1,000
yards.
receiving
The
yards.
Chiefs ran through a gauntlet of an AFC playoff bracket.
They beat they
And he
beat 3
was the
teams.
top performer.
You got-
How can you possibly look at the Kansas City Chiefs and say they are going to be better than they were last year?
No, that's not what we're saying.
What evidence
Nobody's
is
saying
there?
that. And nobody's saying that.
So
We're-
there's going to be a decline then.
We're
No,
not saying we
no,
haven't
no.
even got to that point yet. What you're talking about is how bad they were last year.
No,
Dude,
I didn't say how
David-
bad. I
You
said
said
how
their
bad
offense-
their struggled.
offense was.
I said
Dude,
their offense
Eddie.
struggled last year, which is a fact. Their
Ed.
offense struggled last year.
Dude, listen.
I'm not talking shit. I'm just speaking
The
facts.
offense needed to score. They scored when they needed to. It's like they were going through the motions. You don't want to call it bored. They went through the motions. When the fucking shit counted, the 3 teams that they beat in the playoffs were number 1 seeds at one point in the year last year. Ravens, Bills, Dolphins. The 3 best teams in the AFC, they fucking beat them all. They dominated them all.
What?
Yeah, that happened. That happened. By the way, I'm going to give the Chiefs 12-13 wins as well.
So really quick, according to Adam Schefter, as of earlier this week, expect Rashee Rice not to be there for the start of the season.
Duh.
That was a
I
shocker.
mean, we expected that one.
I mean, he has
Thanks,
more
Adam,
cases than
fucking jerk
freaking-
off.
Yeah, come
But
on.
he's fucking Adam Schefter, prick.
My
Little
other-
prick.
It's not
little-
his fault that Rashid Rice.
I don't care. We don't need to
After-
report it. That shit is obvious as shit.
You guys
Yeah.
want
It's
to know
like,
a little?
oh, hello.
You want a little nerd nugget here?
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
here we go.
This is what happens when you let white dudes up in the mix.
What week? What week do the Chiefs play the Bills? It's in
I think
Buffalo
it's
this
early.
year.
It's early.
I think it's like week 9, right?
What about it?
it's-
What do you got? Give me the nerd nugget.
Guess who's in
It's-
Canada?
At Buffalo?
Oh,
Yeah.
is that Taylor Swift?
It's
in
Taylor
Canada?
Swift's in Canada.
Of course, you would know that.
He would know that.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that?
Yeah,
Like,
what-
Correlate, 'cause she's in Toronto,
she's
she'll
in
just hop over
Toronto,
to
she'll just
Buffalo.
hop over to Buffalo, get all the fans.
we
back
just
on
gained
TV.
like 600 13-year-old white girl followers.
We
Yeah.
right now.
actually just lost all of our accounts.
So anyway, I think the Chiefs win 12-13. I think they will be.
Who's he throwing the ball to?
Are you kidding?
Marlon Cortez.
Xavier Worthy.
Xavier
you got
Worthy.
Rasheed Rice.
Xavier
No,
Later
no,
in the
was-
season,
You don't
got,
have Rasheed Rice.
And later in the
Rasheed
season, you
Rice
got
is
Irv
getting suspended
Smith.
either 2 to 4 games. There's not going to be any more than that.
Dude.
He's at OTAs right now. They're working. They're working. That kid will come back.
You know
He
he
will
kinda
have
They
eight
do
or
have
nine-
Hollywood too.
Yeah,
They got
Marquise
Hollywood Brown, which you don't like,
I
Sky
stuck up
Moore.
for that signing. I will say.
dude. Hollywood Brown.
You didn't like that. I stuck up for that.
That was
signing.
I don't like
great
Hollywood
signing.
Brown, but
Yeah.
he's on the Chiefs. I mean, anybody can fit in there. You
Oh.
saw with
except
what's his name?
Kadarius Toney.
Juju Smith.
he had it, dude. Kadarius Toney the year before wasn't bad when he got
Dude,
there.
they should go after Juju Smith. They should go get his ass.
I want
They
him.
don't
I
need
want
him.
him
They
to come
have-
back.
Relax.
Marlon Cortez.
He was a solid number one.
What's he
He
saying?
said they got Forrest Gump as their number 1 receiver. And they're winning the division.
Easy work. Easy. I think the Chiefs win 12-13 games.
Wow.
But let's get into it.
Marlon Cortez says Chiefs got Worthy in Hollywood. KC going 15-2.
Wow, that's wild.
I could run that offense. All streaks, fucking.
Oh,
Who's
stop
Who's
it.
running a fucking route?
Eddie, you can't
Stop
see over the
it.
line.
Oh God.
You lost your
God.
left tackle. You lost your best
Whoa,
linebacker.
We got a left tackle. We got a left
Lost your
tackle.
best
BYU
corner.
left tackle. We drafted him in the first
Yeah,
round.
he's a project. He's bigger than
He's
my
gonna
house.
start. He's gonna start. And he's
I
gonna
I
know,
like
play.
this. I like when we got fans of the teams here.
Boom,
Boom. Yeah, listen. This
That-
motherfucker's like, they got it. Da, 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 da.
He-
I like it a lot.
If he starts at left tackle, there's trouble.
Trouble for what? He was.
Kingston is
He was first team all like.
all BYU.
I'll do right
That's
here.
Big 10. That's Big 12,
Whatever
man.
conference they're in, okay, I don't know like college football like that, but whatever conference he was in, he was first team. So like that got to count for some. We picked him for a reason. The Chiefs don't pick bad. We have a history of picking really good picks. I think our
You guys picked
Rings speak for itself.
freaking
All right,
Sky
let's,
Moore.
let's get into it before we get into some more
Right.
Sky Moore insults.
yeah, Sky Moore was a bust.
Jumping into this, Ryan Holmes says he thinks Rasheed Rice gets 6 games.
At
All right,
least
6.
because
I
there
don't
was
think
an
he gets 6.
incident after his freaking.
Oh, you're right. You're right. He was
freaking
wilding
fought-
out.
Yeah, he fought.
These dudes from
No, the
Dallas, they
photography thing
wild.
was a lie. That the reporter rescinded it. and took
Oh, all
away.
right.
They came
4
out.
games.
It was false.
I'm gonna say 4 games, but let's just say 6. Whatever.
Their over/under is 11.5.
Over. I
Both-
take Chiefs over.
The under and over are both -110.
I like the over on the Chiefs. I think they win 12-13. Let's get into it. Look at Luka, by the way. Dallas within 6.
Week
let's-
1, home against Baltimore, banger of start the season.
Loss. I think the Ravens win that game.
Week 2, home against Cincinnati.
I think they win that.
Week 3, at Atlanta.
Win.
Week 4, at the Chargers.
Win.
Week 5, home against the Saints.
Week 5, yeah, win.
Yeah.
Early week 6 bye.
That's terrible.
Terrible for this team.
Big time. That's
Then-
a fuckery.
Then they go to San Francisco. They play the Niners.
I think they win that game.
In San Francisco.
It's after their bye.
Andy Reid off a bye. Pretty noise.
And I gave the win to the Chiefs on the Niners schedule.
Okay.
I think they win that game.
Week 8, in Vegas against the Raiders.
I think they scooped the Raiders. Honest opinion. I think they scooped them. I think you guys were dumbfounded. You guys were lucky and on Christmas Eve, like I told you. When they lost the game to the Bills, that was the game they knew they needed to win. They didn't win it. And after that, it was like, all right, we know what we got to do. I think they scoop the Raiders.
Lucky is an insane description. Of,
Okay. You saw the quarterback. I don't need to tell you. Go ahead.
We won without one.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
crazy ass
Exactly.
part.
They will not beat them this year.
Week 9, home against Tampa. Monday Night Football.
Win.
Week 10, home against Denver.
Tapping. Absolute.
Week 11, at the Bills.
I think the Bills win that game.
Yes.
Week 12, at Carolina.
Tap.
Week 13, Friday game, home against the Raiders.
Yeah, tap. Absolute tap. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Fucking kicked their ass last year, Rafa.
That's
21-3, man.
boredom.
With a freaking 4-string Big
Boredom.
10 freaking.
Boredom.
Keep
Tapping them.
Week 14, home against the Chargers.
They win.
Week 15, ooh, good game, I think, at Cleveland.
I think they lose that game.
See that?
Same here. Week 16, home against the Texans.
Scooping. Tapping.
That'll be a good game. It'll be.
It will be a
late
good game
playoffs.
because Texans are going to need to win because they're going to be struggling like little fucking turds.
Week 17 on Christmas, at Pittsburgh.
On Christmas Day,
Mhm.
Loss.
25th.
I think
By
they
the way,
lose.
on Netflix. By the way,
I think they lose that game.
Dude, your confidence in those two quarterbacks is nuts.
Week 18 at Denver.
Scoop.
What you said?
We're going to give them a
Wait, wait,
loss.
you have Pittsburgh winning?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Yes, I do.
And then the last one?
The last one,
at
Denver's probably
win.
going to win that game because the Chiefs probably aren't going to play anybody.
So is that it?
Oh, Ryan Holmes.
13 wins. 13 wins.
So then we would go over. Ryan Holmes says about the reporter. They paid that reporter, and you know it. Rice was a dumpster fire this offseason. and that was the
100%.
easiest thing.
Ryan
to get
Holmes, are
brushed
you
under the
bringing up
rug.
conspiracy Chiefs hate?
Oh, listen, that is a thing. That is a freaking thing, okay?
Oh my goodness.
They've swept more freaking scandals under the rug in freaking Kansas City than my freaking housekeeper with my toenail clippings.
Oh. Wow. I cannot believe it.
They kept Tyreek Hill under the rug for how many years?
He didn't do anything wrong but fuck a bunch of women.
No,
It was
he-
Kareem Hunt.
He
We-
beat some bitches too.
We had that Kareem Hunt issue where he
Yeah, Kareem
kicked
Hunt
that one
beat a
lady.
couple
He's
women.
How about Andy
Yeah.
Reid's
She
son?
deserved it though. She
How
deserved
about-
No,
it.
that wasn't swept under the rug. Ed. That was the thing. Well, that's
Oh,
when they
no,
lost the
no.
Super Bowl. They lost that Super Bowl to the Tampas,
Yeah, Brady.
to the Brady's,
Tampa Brady.
The Tampa.
to the Tampa Brady's. Yeah, they lost that shit to the
Did
Brady's.
you guys see the picture of freaking Mahomes?
That was also the same year that Mahomes' dad was arrested for DUI and Andy Reid's son. That was the whole same. That was all within a month. That's why they lost that Super Bowl.
Did you see yesterday Mahomes' picture?
A little fat, little dad bod.
Yes.
Who cares? He
Hey,
looks
he'll
the
still
same.
throw for
dude.
4,000
No,
yards.
no,
No,
no.
this one you can like.
Yeah.
He
It looked
James
like-
Harden. He James Harden.
It looks like he's been
Yeah,
hanging
dude.
out with
It just
Andy
takes one
at Tommy
person to be
Burger.
like, he
Dude,
doesn't
he's
like
been
this.
at all the Mavs homes games courtside. He's been there. He was actually the game. Who were they playing? They were playing somebody on. They were playing the Thunder.
Get in there, Hakatomi
And remember,
Plaza.
it was that conversation of the guys who can play in the NFL, who can play in the NBA, blah blah. And Mahomes went over to Hubie Brown, who was calling the game. He was shouting at him during the game, and he's like, "Oh, Mahomes just shouted he could be a middle linebacker in the NFL." And it was the dude from the Dort from
Yeah,
the
Luke
Thunder.
Dort.
Yeah.
ASU, baby.
Yeah, Mahomes has been courtside everywhere, and that's probably why he's getting big.
eating them nachos at courtside,
it's
man.
been getting
Ryan
big.
Holmes said Rasheed Rice just got pardoned and released from jail.
Yeah. We'll see you in
Hell yeah.
we'll see you in week 6. Hell yeah.
Jacob,
Look
what
at
about
this
his-
guy.
Don't let
here.
behind the car.
I don't think those things bother the Chiefs. Like it doesn't those things can't bother don't phase them. Like I don't think those things bother them.
You guys think that Xavier Worthy is going to fit? He's MVS.
Eddie,
He's MVS.
No,
he's gonna get
no,
open.
he's not NBA. He's
Eddie,
so much
this,
more.
this is the thing.
He's
That
very
you
fast.
you can keep saying whatever you want. This team has won 3 Super Bowls.
And the fall of the kingdom.
That's what you
Yes.
said last year. You sat up here and said the kingdom is falling because they can barely win any games. They can barely score any points. And what happened? The playoffs rolled around and it was yeah. Good
No.
night.
What was
Good
it?
night.
What was it?
Yeah. That's what it was right there. You stepped on the field. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it was good night. Game over, Red Rover. Send the next motherfucking loser right over.
I'm telling you. man.
Chiefs, AFC title game against the Bills, baby. Let's go,
Gonna get
Bills.
smoked. The time to honor yourself will soon be over, Patrick Mahomes.
That's never happening.